Hi, Miss Chrissy here. Today I want to talk to you about contrast. Everybody that you encounter, every situation you encounter is because you are in alignment with those things, those people, those thoughts, those situations. So if you are finding yourself in situations that are making you sad or mad or frustrated or angry or just plain unhappy, then you need to learn what lesson is being presented in that contrast. Because there's some lesson, whether it's you need to learn patience or sympathy or empathy, or you need to learn how to be nice, whatever it is, there's some lesson in every contrast that comes to you. And contrast usually comes through people, and you are in alignment with them and those thoughts and those people. So if you don't like where you're at, you need to learn from it, because guess what? If it's a life lesson that you need to learn, if you don't learn from this contrast you're going now, you're going to encounter another situation where you will have another opportunity to learn this lesson. And usually these lessons start out as whispers, as a little, hey honey, need to learn something. But then as you go on, ignoring the opportunity to learn a life lesson, the lesson's going to get a little bit louder. And if you don't pay attention to it, it's going to get even louder, and it's going to cause more trouble in your life, in your heart, in your situation. And sometimes we don't want to deal with things that we're going through. We don't want to deal with the contrast, so we look the other way, or we sweep it under the carpet, or we pray thinking it'll go away, but then it doesn't, and it keeps coming back, and it might just keep getting uglier. So if you just embrace the contrast and say, I am ready to tackle this problem, person, situation, thought, wrong thinking, I am ready to change this. I'm going to change it. I'm going to learn from it. And then I'm going to move on. Throughout your whole life, you're going to constantly encounter other contrast, because we're here on this earth to learn lessons. So if you learn this one lesson quickly, it will help you the rest of your life. If you tackle these situations, the sooner the better. As soon as you realize there's contrast or a problem, and you analyze it and you take care of it when it's just a whisper, and you quiet that whisper and you deal with it, then the next time you run into something, it's going to be easier to deal with. It's going to be something else. But when you recognize this is a life lesson and I need to learn from it, and I'm going to grow from it, and then I'm going to go through it, I'm going to grow through it, and it will be a more peaceful and more joy-filled life. Because we all know people that run into the same problems over and over again. And they're often like, why does this always happen to me? I always run into people that treat me like this. Or as situations, I knew this one woman, she's like, everywhere I go, every job, I always get fired. But she never looked inside herself to see what she was doing to contribute to her own contrast that she was creating in her life. So I hope this was a little bit helpful. And I hope if you made it this far to the end of the video, maybe you could like it, maybe you could subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment, because it really helps in the YouTube algorithm to get the video out there more. And I make these videos because I love to watch these kind of videos. And I love to hear from real people with real stories and real down-to-earth advice. Raw. It's just raw. And I appreciate you, because you're beautiful and you matter, and you're important. So until we meet again, enjoy your ride.